Everybody, sober open mic. I had a thought about something very generalized, I know. I had someone, a friend, reach out to me about my story, and she was asking how I was such a happy person these days, and yet I went through such tragedy with my dad, right? My dad was in a car accident. My dad was in rehab for a couple of years. When I had my DUI, he was in rehab. And I went through a lot of life-changing moments from 2013 through to 2016, 2015, in that era. And she was like, hey, like, you're this happy dude, you've gotten through this, you're so positive. And she's going through something with a family member, a parent of hers. And it's extremely distressing. And she's saying, like, I feel guilty because I want to live my own life, and yet here's my parent, and I want to be with them, and I don't know how to feel, and I just wish I wasn't so selfish. And so she's asking me for advice. And what I told her is not to compare herself to me. And so let's talk about what that means and what that doesn't mean. So if the comparison, and this works for all aspects of our lives when we compare ourselves to other people, if the comparison is one of hope and potential future possibility, then the comparison might be healthy. Like if you see someone and they have this amazing figure, and say you're able to ask them, like, what do you do every day? Like, what's your routine like? How long have you been working out for? What type of food do you eat? Where do you sleep? Do you journal every day? What is it that you do that's different than me? And then maybe I can, do something that you do. But I certainly am not going to get the same six-pack because I'm different. And so that's sort of what I said to her, this girl. I was like, hey, listen, first of all, when my dad got into a car accident, I was distressed. I was frustrated. I was drinking. I was lost. Right? It was complete tragedy. So this person that you see today was not the person back then. But I also told her, hey, if I had to go back in time and coach myself a little bit, I would probably tell myself, Michael, open up to more people. Reach out to more people. Talk to more people about what you're going through. Maybe find some people who have been in this type of situation, losing a parent or having a tragic car accident or anything like that. Try and find those people. Where are they? And connect with them and get some advice, and try your best not to go down some of these other destructive paths. But I certainly wouldn't go back in time and expect myself to not feel hopeless, tragic, sad, everything that my family felt in 2013. And so I also think that applies to my sobriety story. So I hope people are looking at these videos that I keep sharing and maybe finding a tidbit that can help them. Like, why do I use drugs? Why do I use alcohol? Why do I use the things I use to any degree? And can I learn something from Mike's story? But don't compare yourself to me 100%, because you're not me. I had to go through things that you might not have to go through. Maybe I took longer to get better than you will. I had a bunch of cycles, right? From about 2008 through to rehab in 2017. I went through at least that's 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 major cycles of destructive behavior followed by a comeback, right? Eventually leading to my mental health diagnosis and sobriety. So you might not even have to go through all that. So let's just remember that. And so, and she responded. She was really grateful for that example for me when I was like, hey, like, here's what I think I needed back when I was experiencing tragedy in my life. But it might not be exactly what you need. And we're different. And I certainly, when I was going through my darkest times, I felt dark, and sometimes it's very hard to reach people when they're at that point. Sorry, I got some clearance going on here. So let me leave you with this idea This is one of my most favorite quotes of all time. And that is that comparison is the thief of joy. What does this mean? Well, if you constantly compare yourself to other people, you'll literally find a way to never be satisfied. Because there's always someone who's farther ahead than you are on the track you're choosing to measure. So whether that's physical health, spiritual health, mental health, right? Diabetes, chronic illness, finances, relationships. There's always someone, if you look hard enough, you'll find, even when you're at your absolute best, like I sound so great like sometimes, right? Oh, Mike's sober. Yeah, somebody's been sober I have a friend, Ed, who's been sober 30 years, right? That's 5 times as long as I've been sober. It's an amazing achievement. But I don't think, oh, Ed's better than me. I think I have something to learn from him. That's what my mind does these days. I go, I have something I can learn from him. He knows something I don't know because he's been doing this for a long time. So don't allow comparison to be the thief of your joy. Allow comparison for progress, right? So you go into yourself for pure comparison, which means who was I yesterday? Who was I an hour ago? And, have I found a way to be 0.00001% better than I used to be? And that's all you can measure, and that's all you can manage. And that's all you can have an effect on anyway. So, comparison is truly the thief of joy. But it can be a positive thing if you use it and you take it as possibility. So where is the possibility in someone else's story? For me, Sober Walsh. Let me know if there's topics that you would like me to discuss as I do these videos. Please feel free to comment, and give me some ideas. Like, what questions do you guys have? Like, what deeper questions about 2008 or 2009, or the gambling or the drugs or the addiction or the sobriety since, my emotions, the mental health. What happened in the seminary, Let me know. Cheers.